Alright guys, so I have a magnet. I'm going to put it like right here because, yeah, that'll be perfect. And it's far enough in. And let's put a little bit of score tape on there. Not going to be a little too long. There we go. And where do we want this? Right there will work just nicely, I think. Okay, take the score tape off. The score tape backing, not the score tape. We just got that on there. Get glue around the edge of our flower. And let's cover that bad boy up. There we go. Wonderful. Always a way of fixing stuff. Okay, so now I am going to look at all of this pieces of score tape I got to throw away. Little housekeeping. Little housekeeping. Here we go. Oh, that still got the sticky on it. There we go. Okay. So now I get my okay, so we are going to take a piece of score tape, lay it right over the magnet, and I'm going to take, well, let's see, I think this is a negative, so this will, there we go. Let it find the magnet, put it on the score tape, and then make sure your rolled edges are actually staying where they need to be, and that you're lining up the frame and the paper that's underneath so it's not showing. And push that glue, that tape down, and there we go. We now have our closure. Okay, what paper? I'm not going to use this because I want to use this here. Bits and pieces of both here. We may just use some strips and piecemeal this together. I've got strips of all the different papers here. So I'm going to leave this one until a little later. But now we're going to work on this. And let's see, do I want this on the top? Or do I want this on the top? I love that this is a darker pink here. Let's see. I think I'm going to, let's put a strip across the top here of something that's interesting. Let's see. Let's see. What do I have? Oh, that's pretty. It's got a nice little bit of green, nice little bit of pink. I like that. So let's just put that. Is this the same size? No, it's not. Okay, well, let me cut it how I need it, and then I will get it straight. Oh, my little dog is starting to whine again. I do not know what he wants. It's bad enough when they can't talk to you, but when he can't see, You just, so I am going to put this together and cut without trying not to put the crease in it. And let's see. Right in the center, right there. Okay. So we have this. I'm going to ink it up. It's still got a little. All right, let me. Okay. So this side is straight. And this side from about here to here is not. So where I put the pencil mark, I'm going to cut just a sliver off to the other pencil mark. There. Now let's double check it. Much better. It's still not 100%, but it is so close that I think, you know, naked eye kind of thing is not going to catch it. But I think this will just add a little bit more interest than just having, you know, a sheet of paper there. I'm just going to add a touch more interest. All right. So did I want it this way? Or did I want it this way? I think I want it this way because it's got the darker green over here and there's enough dark green over here. Yes. Alrighty. We are moving right along. This is so much fun. I love crafting. I love creating. I do. It's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. And it's a challenge. I love that part of it too. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of this right here on the edge. Just like that. Yeah, that'll look pretty. I've been forgetting to put any of that. Okay, so then I think I'm going to do this piece down. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this where all of them are the same length. So that is the first thing. Because that way we're only going to have one cut to worry about. Okay. Woohoo! Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to cut this right where it needs to be. Perfect. Get the little pencil mark, ink, no, I like that side there. I've noticed I've got you closer in. I hope I'm staying in frame so you can actually see everything I'm doing. And there we go. Now let's see. Okay, I mean, it's busy, but I like it. And adding this, I think is going to be really cute too. Yeah, so I'm going to cut this right here. Because I like it to be even. And I'm going to cut this right here. Alrighty. And I think I'm just going to use, let me make sure I've got it on the correct side. And how you can tell is when you can see the stitching that's holding it all together. So this side I can't see it. So that is where you see the stitching where it's kind of holding it all together. And I am just putting little dots in the most dense areas of the lace. All right. Pull this back. And drop it down on your paper. No, don't do that. And there we go. This doesn't seem to have any glue left on it. It must all be on my finger. And you don't want to really rub it hard because then you pull the glue all the way through and then it makes your lace hard. And I'd rather it not be hard. Okay. I think I have got that piece. Or I could do a longer piece, or I could do both. Let's cut this one right about here. Yeah, that'll look really cute. Very cute. And I don't think I had anything that was going to fit down in there. And then I have this, I guess that glue wasn't completely dry. I have this that needs something. This is the largest piece. I still have a whole sheet now of the green, so I will be fine. And let's see. I think I'm going to take this one all the way up to almost the top. And grab my few little strips here I've been leaving. Yeah, and I like that I can have that underneath there and that you still are seeing. Now you could make it a little wider because we have the hinges, so you could make it all the way wide if you'd like to have yet another color show. You know, so that is completely up to you. And we're just going to wrap this around just like that. Okay. Now, get these. I'm using up all my stuff. It's wonderful. Marvelous. Simply divine. Sorry. Okay. So this is done. It's a little on the hefty side. Oh boy. It's a lot on the hefty side. That. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is all fattening. This is all fattening. And this is not going to work. I overdid myself this time. I should have checked that. That is a lot. Well, let me think about this for a second. I suppose I could take this off. Oops. I'm going to break it. What I'm going to end up doing. Let me have my tweezers maybe. See, I also put a little bit of glue on that, so I'm trying very gently to lift that off. I got that off. So, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? See, now does that help it to close? Not really. Oh. I wonder if we just put that. Nope. That is also my button. Also my button. Which I don't really know that I have many options other than just cutting it off. See, I put that washer underneath there, which to me was a great idea, but it makes that button really high. Okay, so guys, here we go. I'm just cutting those threads. Okay, and some of that's just going to stay underneath there. Oh, that makes me sick, but that's all right. That's okay. Okay, so that button will get used somewhere. It will get used somewhere eventually. Now, let's get something else that I can use this for. Okay, I will have to come back to you on that. And it is still not going to close. I guess it's this. And I have a gusset right there to allow for that. So why? I mean, I don't even feel it attempting to do anything. Huh, that is just weird. I mean, I don't even feel it attempting to hang on. Usually there's a little bit of a drag or draw, but they're tight. Nothing. I wonder. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. One more magnet's working. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Now why? Whoops. Okay, so they're both... How did I do that? And what are you sticking on? They're both the same. I wonder if I have two magnets in there. I bet you I do. Huh. I don't know. But they are both taking up the same. Now if that goes... Because this is sticking, but it's sticking off to the side, so it leads me to believe I've got a second magnet there. And when I do that, it's closing. I don't know what I have done. That is just weird. So this... Now that is on the magnet. I don't know. That's just weird. Holy Toledo. Well, tell you what I'm gonna do. I don't know. But I will come up with something, because there is a fix for everything. A fix for everything. Now this is a belly band. All right, well, I will figure this out, guys. It's not rocket science. I will figure it out. This was yesterday, and I don't know, because I screwed up on this, like, I don't know how many times. Forgot to put the magnet on, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So it was a mess. So I will come up with something. I will come up with something. I don't think I can get this. I think I put enough glue on here that I will damage everything if I try and get up in there. Yeah, it's very well glued down because I am good at what I do. Even though I screw up, when I screw up, I screw up really, really well. Okay. I will come back to you on that. I will let you know what I have decided to do on that. But I think, needless to say, I think our page is totally thick enough. But I did not put anything down here. And I think I am going to cut half-inch strips. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 half-inch strips. And this is a little over 4. So I will have plenty for 6 half-inch strips. So let's see here. Let's cut off just a little bit so it's easy to figure out. There is a half-inch. And another half-inch. And another half-inch. And that makes 3 half-inches. And another half-inch makes 4 half-inches. And another half-inch makes 5 1/2 inches. Oops. So there's 5 and 1 more 1/2 inch. I don't know why this, I need to clean the little plastic arm that comes down, because I think I got some glue on it one time and it's not doing, it's not really, it grabs and moves the paper around when I don't want it to. And I think that I'm going to do every other one a flower. Like that. Yep, I like it. Okay. Now we got to ink them. And I'm not going to keep you online for that. I'm going to go ahead and ink these, glue them down, and try and figure out what the heck I'm going to do with my closure. And I will come back and let you know what I'm doing with my closure. All right, guys? I don't know that I'm going to do anything until everything's done with any other parts of this. So, and we will come back and do our tags at the end. Okay. Hey guys, sorry about that. I'm sure it was a harrowing experience. I am just all tangled up. I guess I had my microphone over the electrical cord, and when I leaned over to get to whatever the heck I was doing, this, I pulled y'all down. So I hope your head's fine. The camera seems to be okay. I'm on record and it shows my voice. So yay. All right, so let's see. Okay, that is going to be perfect. Let me erase my little pencil mark. There we go. And I'm going to re-ink this. It's been several hours. And we're just going to stick the magnet right up underneath this. And I'm using the lighter side, I think. Yes. I don't like the darker side on there. Get a little bit of a gray edge around there. Now, I'm going to flip it this way. And I'm going to take a pencil mark. See, this is where I want it. So I'm going to take a pencil mark. And just do a little line, so I know that that's where I'm going to want it. I'm going to take off my cover over my electrical, well, no, I mean see, that got all ruined. Let's see. But that's okay. It's okay. We'll just pull it off and put our own tape and stuff on there. But I'm always afraid that eventually this will break off if I don't actually, because it's got, I don't know what happened. So I'm just going to peel it all off because it's not going to work like it should be working. And we'll just make our own sticky. Make our own sticky. And I am burning up. I have 3 layers on. It was cold, but now I am not cold. Well, I shut the door in this room and I don't turn the fan on because it blows my papers around. I'm constantly having to catch my papers. Okay, so which way? Yeah, that way works. Let's get a little bit of sticky tape. And I'm going to put the sticky tape this way. And I'm going to put some glue on this. Okay, so this is right where it's going to be other than flipped around. So I'm going to be sticking the magnet right where we're going to be using it. There we go. Good. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put on just a little strip of thin. I'm just going to put on, let's see, is that going to be long enough? No. No. Let's see. I don't want to use release tape but I've got to stick something on there because it's going to get, but I don't want to put any more thickness on there than I have to. So what am I going to use? Copy paper would work. Here we go. I'm just going to cut a piece of copy paper. And it only needs to be about this long. So there we go. And I'm going to glue this puppy. And nobody's going to be seeing this because this is the underside, the underbelly of the beast, so to speak. All right. And this is going to add hardly any thickness whatsoever, but it will protect your tag from not connecting with. It should just roll right over the magnet. Okay, so now we have our line, and let's check and make sure we have that right where it needs to be. And I did it upside down. Yep. Help me, Lord. Just help me. Oh, good Lord. I tell you. Life is so much fun. Hey, if we don't make mistakes, you know, it just doesn't really matter. It's just paper. And we're just going to rip that sucker apart. And I'd say that's not going to be any good anymore. And let's just get that magnet up off of there. Throw all that away. Now let's try this again. I have another little piece that's got a light pink or it's got the green. And I don't like the green. So let's do the little white piece. And this time, hopefully, my little mind will work this out proper like. All right. Cutting. Inking. Okay. So, we're going to put this here. Just like that. All right, so I need for that, let's do this way. I think there's enough sticky on there. Okay. I've got my little line, and line this up left and right. All right, now is that going to work? Oh, nope. I need this a little bit more in the center, I guess. So, holy Hannah, I tell you guys, I am having a hard time putting this. Let's see. I know. Take this off. I'll get another piece. I'm going to put this down here. And I'm going to put this, let's see, which side? This side. I'm going to put this side down here. I'm going to lay this down and hold it best I can. That won't work. Let it find my magnet. Come on, find it. There we go. Now, voila. Okay. Hopefully, we have it. And I can move it around a little bit if I need to. And it's holding! Yay! Okay. So, went to the larger magnet, and that worked just beautifully for me. And I still think I need to do some copy paper. Glue this puppy down. Remember, it don't have to be pretty. It just has to work. Just right over all of the score tape. And make sure it's large enough so that you can get it down nice and smooth. I'll put it back on my mark. And just make sure one more time that it's working. Yes. Okay, now I'm just going to glue these edges down. Whoo! See, guys, you just got to stick with it. You will figure it out. And it happens to the best of us. I mean, not that I'm the best of us, but I don't mean to sound that way. I got a lot to learn. I still watch videos. I watch other people. And, you know, it's like people who are just kind of learning, I found that I can learn stuff from them just as well as I can learn things from people that have been, you know, teaching for years. So there we go. Finally. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay. Now, I believe that I don't like the way that pulled that up. Let it dry before I close that back again. And so I believe I've got everything done. Oh, I still need to do this and this. And I just love how the waterfalls have turned out. I think those are wonderful. And I didn't put anything in here. But again, I don't know if I'm going to do anything else but just this, because I don't need to make it any thicker. And the fact that I still need to add a piece here and a piece here is going to make it thicker. Let's see, what do I have? I have a little bit of that. It's not quite wide enough. But I could put it on the bottom and have a pretty little strip on the top. I could do that. What else do I have? And that's the same thing. It's just not quite deep enough, but I like the color. I haven't liked the darker pink, but I kind of like that there. Or I could use the same paper. That might be an answer. Let's see. And do I have any of that same paper? Yes. And again, it's not quite. Well. I can get another one of those papers out, because that is my favorite one. So let me pull out another one of those papers. And what's that side? Okay. There we go. Let me get another one of these. Alrighty then. So I think what I'll do is this piece right here. So that will be kind of the same on both sides. And I don't want to get anywhere near. I'm going to make it a little further away from the score line than I normally do, because I do not want to add any more thickness to this area. Okay, let me cut this out. And I'm glad to have some more of that anyway, because I like it. And where's my cutting mark? Right there. I made it very tiny. Am I sure that's my cut? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's check it for size. Looks good. Ink it up. I'm doing it off to the side so I don't get all of the little spongy things all over my paper. All right, glue that puppy down. Alrighty. Okay, let's see. Pull it up just a little bit. Okay, so there's that. And then here, well, let me measure my paper first. See, now I don't like the pink in the front. I don't like that dark pink. What else do I have? So there, I could do this with this little strip. Do I like that? Do I have a little strip? I do have this, although it's not going the right direction. And that bugs, oh, sorry. That bugs me. Let's see, what do I have? How's this? Yeah, I think that'll look good. That'll look really good. Okay, so I'm going to get this where I want it. Do my little pencil mark. And I am going to cut this with this. Just going to line it up and place it in the cutter. And I pull it all the way down. I just line it up with the edge, but I pull it all the way down so it's against the railing at the bottom or top, whichever way you're cutting. But so it's against the railing. So I know that I'm getting both of them straight. And both of them are the same size. Which is very important when you're piecemealing things together so that it looks good. I think that looks really nice because it's the same flowers and leaves that are on the every other of these pages over here and stuff. Okay, ink it up. And let's hope after I get these in that our magnet will still work. So the only thing I could say do is make this gusset on this side. If you're going to do everything I've done, make the gusset on this side 1/8 of an inch longer, wider, so that there's room for everything. Yeah, because I've crammed a lot on this book, on this page. Almost done here. I think I have to re-ink again. Good Lord. Those little distress inkers, I like them for the size, but they do tend to dry out faster, or no matter how hard you try with these things, you're just not sucking up enough ink. I'm not exactly sure. Boy, that sure is pretty, but nope, we're gonna go with this. Besides, I kind of like having the pattern in pink and the pattern in green because it's the same pattern. And we're going to put a little bit of glue around there and pull off that icky edge. Alrighty, so let's put this down. Notice I'm not putting it down on the score tape until I have it lined up exactly where I want it, and then I'm laying it down so that the score tape actually grabs hold. Alright. A little bit of glue coming out in the corner, which is great because then I know my corner is glued. Okay, and then we're going to put this down. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, Yay. Yes. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay, so, and I probably will come back and put something else in here just to stiffen it up a little bit more. It's been, this poor little thing has been torn apart so many times it's not even funny. Okay, so we've got the front part of this page, page 4, done. Now the back part, and this front part is thick. That sucker is thick, but you can get a lot of pictures in there. So now remember, this one we're not doing until we know, you know, which way the pages are going to go, so I can decorate this one so that when I have it open, this one and that one look nice together instead of, you know, maybe clashing or whatever. Now, most of these, I have gone and added another score line, but because this one's so thick already, I'm not going to do that. But I do want to do pockets on here. And while I am figuring that out, I'm going to put my stuff in. I'm pulling out all my gray pieces that I have. Those are green. These are gray. Okay. So I have these 3. Oh, I got 4 of them. Put these back. Housekeeping. Now I'm going to put my magnets back. I don't know if I'm absolutely done with magnets, but I believe I am. So I have 4 of these, and I'm thinking let's fold the one side down, because I know I've got to do that. And do I want to do all 4, or do I just want 3? Because they're shallow, and if I maintain them as shallow, you know, what really good is it to have a bunch of shallow little pockets? If I stack them, and you want to leave just a little bit of space so you can actually get into the pocket. But if I stack them, I really only have room for the 4. For the 3, I mean, I don't have room for the 4th one. So we're just going to do 3. But I'm going to do just like I've always been doing, where it's going to go for all 3 pockets. It's going to go all the way down to the bottom. So I have these 3 done. And let's make a mark where we're going to want our score line. Is that going to work for me? Somewhere in there. And let's put this one to make our mark in the same spot. And this one to make our mark in the same spot. Okay, now get our little scoreboard out here. Oh, it is where it belongs. I just didn't see it. I was going to say, oh my gosh, my housekeeping skills are getting worse and worse. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so there's that. And then just cut me off about a 1/2 inch. Where's my mark? 1/2 inch. Oop. Okay. Now let's put this back. Bring this back in. And let's get these folded and burnished. This big sweater catches everything. Now I'm going to put this to the edge of this score line and leave as much space over on this side as possible. Okay. So there's one. Let me make sure these are all the same size. And that one is... Let's see. Now these two are larger and this one's a little smaller. So I think I'm actually going to try and move this one over just a smidge. So first, try and flatten the paper as well as we can. Put this back into the scoreboard, and I want to pull it that way just a little bit because I want the score mark to be moved up. And then make sure when you fold it that you're folding on the new score line. So you just want to push the paper up into the new score line. And that should give us, oops, if I actually folded the paper properly, that should give us the space that I need to match this up with the other ones. Perfect. Yay! Okay. Make sure this, yep, this is the top. The top is right here. So, I am going to cut the bottoms just a little bit. Oops. And it helps if you take the pin out. More glue will come out that way. It's just in case you didn't know that. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Hallelujah. I don't know how many videos I have. Usually I kind of make them as I go and post them. This, like I said, this is the first time that I'm going to try and do it all the way through and then post the finished product first. And, okay, make sure it doesn't come out and get everything gluey. So I have no idea how many videos this tutorial is going to be. I try and make it as short as I can, but you know, I mean, it takes time to discuss everything, show you how I'm doing it and what I'm doing. Now I am leaving about a 1/16 of an inch between the pockets. All right. So, I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and put paper down. And then these will just go on top because when you pull out your tag, I want you to see just that little smidgen of paper, and this would probably work just fine for that purpose. So let's get this cut. I love this paper. And let's see, where am I gonna, I only need to come down just a little bit in this pocket. And let's see where I'm going to cut it. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, I got a little sliver there. Okay, where is my mark? There it is. So there's that. Oops. And I've lost my mark again. Well, I think I've actually, yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay. Let's give this a Jolly Roger here. Okay, so there's that, and then pull it back up. And to be quite honest, I think the other thing that we could do is before we apply this, we can put these around it. Get this where it needs to be. Get that where it needs to be. And that looks about even. So now I'm going to take this, pinch it. Does it look straight? Put it back in because I think I moved it. Get it where I want it here. Nope, that's good. It did not move. Flip it over. Glue it down. Now these I'm not cutting because they're in the middle of the page and you're just, it's not really going to be seen. So it doesn't really matter. And we're just going to fold those over. And another reason for doing it this way is because you won't have anything that your tag is going to hook on, because now it is solid clean throughout here. There's nothing that tag, and you can use the entire paper. So let's put this back in here. Fix it up here where I want it. Come on, I need you down a little bit. Here we go, and that is nice right there. Let me pull this over just a smidge. All right. erase that pencil mark and keep looking at there. Alrighty. And another thing I need to do is ink this up, because I will end up just gluing it down and going, oh darn. And I'm gonna there we go. Whoops. Boy, these sleeves. This is just an old sweater I use around the house. It's not a go outside sweater and, you know, go shopping or anything, because it's really kind of ugly. But it works just fine for around the house and outside. I actually did a lot of work today. I'm kind of tired. All right, so we're going to get our last pocket done. And again, I'm going to turn it this way so I can see what I'm doing. I want the same amount of space that I have here. That does look a little crooked. See, is my paper straight? No. There, now it's not crooked. I didn't think I had it crooked. I thought I had done a pretty good job of not getting it crooked, since I am not always great at that. Okay, grabbing this and grabbing this, pulling this out, flipping it over, gluing it down. Now, why does that look crooked? Because it is. This glue, when it grabs, it grabs. Come on. I would think I'd used score tape on this sucker. Well, you guys have seen me at my worst, I tell ya. Seen me at my worst. There we go. Well, at least now it looks the same on one side as it does on the other. There we go. Not bad at all. Okay. So now let's put this back in. Check where we want to have it up top here. And that all looks very good. This needs to come back up just a smidge. Yeah, so that is going to be right there. Okay. I've already inked it. Now we're just going to glue this puppy down. And this is about as low as I'm going to go. Okay. Let's get this in here. And that's another reason we don't have glue on this, so it's going to hopefully just slide in nice and easy. We're going to get this where we want it. I think that looks about right. And see, maybe just a little bit further in. Yeah. 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 And then burnish. I did put a lot of glue on this. Lots and lots and lots of glue on this. Okay. Now, what are we going to put on here? Just looking at the strips that I have that are going to be wide enough, and I don't have a lot of wide enough and long enough. Pull my strips out of here. Now that I will probably try and use here somehow because it's beautiful. Okay. That can go in there. That can go in there. And that might work. That's too short. That's long enough. And I think that is it for that paper. That's all my scraps. About this. Is this long enough? No, not quite. So now the only other paper that I have this one. I have this one. And I have this one. I could do the blues and the grays because this, or at least the grays, this would look fine with the gray. And this would look fine with the gray. And this pink would look fine with the gray. So I think we've got this piece that I'm going to use on the other two pockets. And I think I could get A, B, C, D on there. That would be kind of cute. A, B, C, D and part of E. I could cut off part of A. I wonder, can I get... I think I could get all of the A and the E on one. So, let me cut this where I would like to see it go on. So I'm going to just cut, I'm going to cut just below this, because this is the one where part of this is on that barcode sheet. So if I've cut the barcode off, then I cut this in half. So I'm going to cut just below this line, and then I'll figure out how much more I need, so that we'll have that whole piece to use someplace interesting. Okay, so there's that. Now let's bring this back up and let's see where we're going to want this. And all three of these are the same, so I wonder if I should just cut it right in the middle and we'll put a strip on top. Yeah, I'm just going to cut it right in between these two rows. Okay. And there I have just about the same on the top and the bottom. And I think I'm going to have to cut a sliver off of the A and a sliver off of the B. So let's see. Because I'd like to actually try and get both letters on there just so that they're not a half a letter stuck out there. So both of them are going to cut off a little bit, but better, to me, it's better that way. Okay, so let me cut that. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Very nice. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E. And you can tell what all of them are. Let me erase my pencil mark. There we go. Get a little... Okay, now we'll figure out what strip we're going to put down. Okay. A little housekeeping. I am trying to keep my space nice and organized while I work, because it does make me work better, faster. All right, and I want to make sure I'm still, yes, this is still the top. So I'm going to put this down here, and what strip would I like to have at my work? But that's a possibility. This is pretty, but it would have to be definitely cut down. And cutting down that small of a piece is really tough. And this has got a piece of green on it. No, throw away. All right, let's see. Let's see. And when that camera fell, it knocked all of these off out of the bucket. It was a mess. My whole table was a mess. Let's see. I have this light pink, the gray, and then this other gray. So what do I have that will go with that? Ooh, pretty. And it's got a lot of gray in it, so that will be really nice. But I'm going to have to cut it down because it is way too thick. So let me turn this way. Put that down and see where I need to cut. All right, let's see what I can do here, and let's just cut this. Line it right up with the edge of that paper. Flip her around. And cut it off. Okay, so now you never want to put your cutter down and cut on top of something that's making it wiggly wobbly, because it won't cut correctly if you do that. So I am not sure. I don't think that's going to be enough. Let's get it right there. All right. Put that back. Go bang, bong, boom. Everybody's asleep in this house, except for me. I'm still here. Oh yeah, I like that. That's very nice. So let's get this inked up. I've had to move my camera back because... Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to my channel. I was so rudely interrupted by my camera filling up and needing to be emptied. And I said it was very rude of it to just stop on me, but we are back now. And I have a mess. Okay, so we were doing this bit here with the 2 pieces, and this needs to come around this way. And so we've got that. And then, let's see, I was going to do that and then one of these. And I think that will look nice. And I can put a strip on top of each that would kind of invite back a little bit of something else, I guess. Let's see. What do I have here? Now that, I'd like to at least keep it about the same thickness. And I don't have too many of those thicknesses. I don't know. Do I want to do that on all of them? Tell me, guys. Tell me. Let's see, what do I have? This is a nice piece of gray. Yeah, but I am going to place this on here. I'm going to put my little clips on here so it can't move, and I'm going to cut. And this way I can get exactly the right size. Voila! And I think I could probably just throw that away. And keep my little clips handy. Always nice to have some little clippies. Okay, so I will do this one here with the pink. So let me ink this. I hope everybody's doing well. I think I say that every time I get on, but this day and age, health is kind of foremost in everybody's mind. So let's see. I'm going to place this where I want it, and then I'm going to place this Alright, excuse my head. There. And there. Let me get this cut down real quick like. Real quick like. There's that. And okay. Did I do well? Did I do well? Yes, I did. Let me erase my marks. There we go. Ink this puppy up. Okay. So we have this, and then we've got a nice big bold piece down at the bottom. And I think, I'm wondering if I should maybe use this one with the big bold piece and get something here with just a little bit more color in it. Because I think we need some color. I do believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we need us some color. Let's see what we got here. I think that might be our ticket. That's our ticket item. Gotta have a little bit of vavoom. Vavammy. Okay, so we're going to mark right here. And let's pull this down just a little bit, and we're going to mark right there. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cut this first, and then I'll cut this way. Just so you know, trying to save as much paper as possible. Bigger pieces of paper. So that's that. And right there. Whoops. And then I dropped it. Well, I got another piece down here too. Okay. Well, that's not, this is, alrighty, let's get a double check on this. Well, I think this could be a little slimmer, because I don't think, yeah, let me make this just a titch slimmer. Okay, now we're going to ink this one. All right, and now I'm going to take one of these pieces and do the same thing as I just did. Oh, goodness. Now there's another wave of storms coming through. And doesn't look like we're going to get hit too bad here in Kentucky, but the southeastern states are going to get more tornadoes. God bless your hearts, man. Ever since that camera fell into my paper, it's not wanting to cooperate at all. Poodlehead. All right, let's ink this one up. And then we're ready to glue everything down. And I'll be right back.